Chapter 8. Discipline is a lifeline, not a prison. There's a lie people love to repeat, a lie they use to justify their inconsistency, their chaos, their lack of progress. The lie is this: discipline traps you. Discipline limits you. Discipline kills your freedom. No, that's wrong. That's backwards. And that belief is the very reason people stay stuck where they are. Here's the truth. Discipline is a lifeline, not a prison. It doesn't trap you. It saves you. It saves you when you're tired. It saves you when you're emotional. It saves you when your motivation dies. And it always dies. Motivation is a spark. Discipline is the engine. Motivation fades. Discipline stays. Discipline saves you when feelings won't. Say it again. Discipline saves you when feelings won't. That's the key. Look at any person who has built anything worth respecting. A business, a skill, a strong mind, a strong body, a strong mindset. None of it came from motivation. None of it came from waiting to feel ready. It came from discipline, repeated, maintained, protected. It came from choice. And you have the same choice. Discipline is not punishment. It's structure. People confuse discipline with punishment, but punishment limits you. Discipline frees you. Punishment says, you messed up. You're wrong. You're not good enough. Discipline says something very different. Here's the plan. Here's the path. Here's how you win. You don't need their permission. You don't need approval. You need consistency. You need order. Because order is what separates the chaotic from the powerful. When your life is built on discipline, you don't wake up lost. You don't waste energy deciding every little thing. Your routine handles the decisions. Your system carries the weight. Your habits move you forward even when your mind is weak. That's the power most people never experience, because they think discipline means restriction. But the real restriction is being controlled by your impulses. That's the prison. That's the cage. Not discipline, lack of discipline. Discipline is the rope you hold on to when everything else collapses. Think about the hardest days of your life. The days when you didn't want to get up, didn't want to try, didn't want to talk, didn't want to care. If you had waited for motivation on those days, you would have drowned. This is why discipline matters. When your emotions crash, discipline holds the line. When your energy drops, discipline carries you. When your confidence shakes, discipline stabilizes you. Discipline saves you when feelings won't. Repetition matters, because that one sentence will carry you through storms. The strongest people you know aren't strong because they feel strong. They're strong because they don't need to feel strong to act strong. That's discipline. That's control. That's freedom. Freedom doesn't come from doing whatever you want. That's the biggest misunderstanding. People think freedom means zero rules. But look at lives with zero rules. They fall apart. No structure, no direction, no progress, just chaos, just reaction, just damage control. True freedom comes from reliability, from knowing you can rely on yourself, from trusting your own habits, from building a routine that protects your peace, your goals, and your future. Every routine is a promise you make to yourself. Every rule is a boundary you build to protect your progress. Every act of discipline says, I choose long-term strength over short-term comfort. And that choice changes your life. Routines are not boring. They are weapons. You want stability? Build a routine. You want power? Build discipline. You want peace? Create structure. Waking up at the same time, training at the same time, working at the same time, reviewing your goals at the same time. These are not boring habits. They are stability generators. They are clarity builders. They are chaos killers. Your routine doesn't limit you. It liberates you. It frees your mind from unnecessary decisions. It gives you energy for the things that matter. It prevents the emotional roller coaster most people live on. People with no routines get thrown around by every mood, every bad day, every tiny obstacle. People with discipline move regardless. They execute regardless. They follow through regardless. Discipline saves you when feelings won't. That's the key, and it always will be. You're not failing because you're weak. You're failing because you have no structure. Most people think they're inconsistent because they lack strength. But inconsistency isn't a strength problem. It's a system problem. It's not about feeling lazy. It's about lacking discipline. It's not about lacking talent. It's about lacking structure. It's not about weakness. It's about discipline. You don't rise to your goals. You fall to your systems. And if your system is chaos, your life becomes chaos. But if your system is discipline, your life becomes order. And when your life becomes order, you win more, you stress less, you move faster, you think clearer, you grow stronger. That's the transformation most people want but never create, because it requires one thing: discipline, day after day, choice after choice, action after action. Discipline is built, not found. No one wakes up with discipline. It's created, just like muscle, just like skill, just like confidence. How do you build it? Simple. You choose one rule at a time, one routine at a time, one boundary at a time. Wake up at a set time. Stick to it. Train even when you don't want to. Stick to it. Work on your goals daily. Stick to it. Say no to what distracts you. Stick to it. Every time you stick to your discipline, you build another brick in the foundation of your strength. And soon, that foundation can carry more than you thought possible. Discipline creates reliability. Reliability creates trust. Trust creates confidence. And confidence creates momentum. That's the real process. That's the real formula. Discipline is not a prison. It's your life vest in a storm. When everything is falling apart, discipline keeps you steady. When you lose people, discipline keeps you focused. When your emotions explode, discipline keeps you grounded. When fear shows up, discipline walks you through it. Chaos will always exist, but discipline gives you a structure that chaos cannot break. That's why discipline isn't a prison. It's protection, it's power, it's stability, it's freedom. And remember, discipline saves you when feelings won't. That's the key. And now you know it. Transition to the next chapter. You've built structure. You've created consistency. You've learned the power of discipline as a lifeline, not a cage. Now it's time to understand the mindset that elevates everything you've learned so far.